Hi, I don't normally make videos like this, but I thought it would be fun to talk about some of the more popular Vocaloid controversies that have happened over the years. First of all, this is just a quick description of each of these topics, not full detail. I'm also using text-to-speech for this, so ignore the poor pronunciation at times. I have linked below all of my sources if you wish to learn more about any of these. Now let's get into it. Ruby is an English Vocaloid developed by PowerFX. At Anime Expo, in 2015 Ruby's design was revealed on live TV, but the image was nothing like what the voice actor, Misha, had in mind, adding that the image shown was a white lady, when Misha approved a medium skin tone. Misha was not shown the illustration ahead of time either. Obviously everyone was outraged that she was whitewashed with #SaveRuby, starting on Twitter. PowerFX's CEO would go on to claim that they were not in communication with Ruby's programming team, so therefore the programmers thought they were in charge of making a design, so they had their own illustration commissioned. They also claimed that they had seen the new artwork at the same time as everyone else. The programmers were also not in communication with Misha, so they had no idea what Ruby was supposed to look like. They still had time to change the box art design luckily, which they did, but the boxes came out looking like shit anyways. Later on it was revealed that Ruby's team never set out the box art design, so basically PFX didn't get box art, so instead of even trying to reach out first they just made their own. Around 2021, Yohioloid's voice provider and singer, Yohio, was in a few scandals on Twitter, thus ruining his reputation. It first started with him being frustrated at the music industry, but quickly spiraled into something much greater. He began comparing himself to Jesus for speaking the truth, and believing he was superior. When people started attacking him, he tried to rebuttal and make amends. However, he didn't really apologize, simply just using being a rock star as an excuse. After that, he was calling people racist for stating that he is white. He did end up apologizing and deleting everything, but did not take any accountability as he was just trying to get it over with as soon as possible. That's the most of it. However, there was a few other things that came up, like that apparently his bandmate is a neo-Nazi, and that he is anti-mask and believes COVID is a hoax. Since this, PFX/Vocatone have not announced anything further with Yohioloid, despite Vocatone working more on their own software and having the rights for PFX vocals. Unfortunately, as it seems we will never receive any updates to him. SeeU's voice provider, Dahee from the girl group Glam, was sentenced to 1 year in prison for the blackmailing of actor Lee Byung-hun. Byung-hun was allegedly making sexual advances towards a friend of Dahee's, Lee Ji-yeon. Despite Byung-hun being married, the two had an affair. Obviously this did not end well, and the two had an argument over money and sex, and they broke up soon after. After the breakup, Ji-yeon asked for Dahee's assistance to blackmail the actor. The three had went to Byung-hun's apartment for a few drinks. While he was drunk, Dahee had filmed him making sexual comments towards Ji-yeon. They both threatened to release the videos publicly unless Byung-hun paid them 5 billion KRW, which is about $4.4 million US. The girls had even planned to flee the country and escape to Europe after they had gotten the money. Byung-hun filed this blackmail attempt to the police and warrants were out for the women's arrest. They were arrested on September 1, 2015. Since this event we haven't seen much updates on SeeU. In late 2023, the 400 last remaining serial codes were sold, making her voice bank now permanently unavailable for purchase. Younomi-P was a popular PV artist back in the day, known for works such as Just Be Friends, Spice, Magnet, and more. However, she left the Vocaloid community in 2010 after being called out for plagiarism and tracing. It was discovered that a lot of her popular works had been traced from stock images. In the case of Magnet, it was actually traced from Gundam art. If Younomi had not paid for the stock images, it could be cause for legal trouble, since she and the producers were making money from the art. Not only was the artwork used for PVS, she had traced illustrations in her art book too. This put producers like Minato and Dixie Flatline in bad positions. Both of them had released their own statements about the situation. They had temporarily privated their videos, and since they had made money from CD sales with the artwork, the legality of their works was uncertain. With the amount of stock photos she was using, it would have been very expensive had she paid for it. As well, the fact that some of the stock images had a no modifications rule. Younomi later released a statement herself, where she apologized, and decided to step away from the community. Audiologie is a production company for synth responsible for Yanhe and June. In late 2023, controversy regarding the company arose. The company was known to misuse and go against the guidelines of the commissioning platform, SeeU. They had commissioned numerous illustrations of Yanhe and June under the guise that they were only drawing original characters, not disclosing that it was being used as advertising for a commercial product. As it seems, Audiologie was avoiding a commercial use fee in this way. SeeU was used many different times for this project, under various accounts from staff members. Since these drawings go beyond personal use, it was clear Audiologie was going against SeeU's client guidelines. Outsourcing an artist in this way is unprofessional. The team in charge of the online shop responded to these allegations and vaguely stated that they commission freelance artists, but never actually addressed the situation at hand. Miku Expo, Yanhe has been an overall shit show this year. All the way back when tickets first went on sale, fans were outraged at the lack of care. Although it is normal for scalpers to get to tickets, it was a much more rampant issue, as the pre-sale code was immediately leaked on Twitter, causing almost all of the seats to be completely sold out before the actual sale started. Many venues did not have clear VIP seating, leaving people paying high prices for what was simply general admission. Earlier this year, when the merch went on sale online, the light stick sold out almost immediately, leaving many fans empty-handed. The same happened with the second restock, but at least you would be able to get them at the venue, right? As it turns out, they had been seen bringing less than 100 light sticks to the show, for thousands of people. All hope was lost, however, when the show started, and the beautiful hologram show that fans had been promised was nowhere to be found, instead replaced by a LED screen. Basically a TV. That ruined the immersion and felt nothing like what we had seen in the past. Now granted, a similar screen had been used in the past, however they actually put effort into making it blend and look natural, but not this time. Obviously fans are outraged, having spent hundreds on tickets from their poor planning and now not even getting to watch what they were advertised. Miku Expo team and Krypton alike were getting dragged on Twitter, fans starting petitions for refunds, or demanding compensation, wanting black oceans, even some trying to start a lawsuit for false advertisement. Many fans are frustrated, specifically since the 2020 tour was cancelled for Yanhe, which means people have been waiting a long time to see Miku in person. So far, the complaints have been largely ignored. Overall, it's very messy. I'm writing this as Miku Expo is ongoing, so we will have to see how it plays out. This is one of my favorites. HatsuneMikuVEVO was a YouTube channel that started up in 2015. It appeared like a verified and legitimate channel, however it was not, and it managed to trick a lot of people into believing it was an official Vocaloid YouTube channel. The usage of the Vevo logo and branding is what made it feel legit. The account had uploaded many songs, and quickly began to gain popularity and subscribers. Because of this channel's verification, the real Hatsune Miku channel was unable to be verified. YouTube allowed this channel to remain up despite fans, Krypton, and Yamaha's reports. A lot of people remained fooled of the channel's legitimacy until one video that made it so clear it was fake. HatsuneMikuVEVO uploaded a hilarious video, Sand Planet, featuring Nicki Minaj, a re-upload of Sand Planet by Hachi with some clips of Nicki Minaj rapping over it.
Don't wanna what we talking, hit 'em, knock, tell 'em let me in. My name ring bells, bitch, buzz me in. And I only stop for pedestrians, or a real bad lesbian.
The video gained a lot of attention, which then caused the channel's subsequent removal due to copyright claims on the video. The channel was removed in 2018, which then allowed the actual official Hatsune Miku channel to be verified in its place. Stella was a Japanese Vocaloid produced by PL Tech and Planty P that started production in 2015. The original goal was to sell albums to donate the proceeds to the charity, Americans for the Arts. She was set to be a private Vocaloid since the expenses were too high to make her public. The project was well received for a while, at least until her demo was released. After Planty had posted her demo, fans noticed that the UI had appeared to be doctored. The vocals in the video were not of Stella's, they came from other synths. Planty had admitted to the demo being fake. The vocals were created with XSY modding. This modding allowed any two vocals to be mixed together. However, Planty had claimed that one of the vocals used came from a dev kit that he was allowed access to with a collaboration with another company. Unsurprisingly, that was also false, as said company came out and stated that their relationship with Planty was fabricated. Stella was 100% confirmed as a hoax when Yamaha claimed they had never heard of and had no affiliation with the project. The vocals used for demos that we know were a mix of Rana and Kokwon as well as Miko and Merly. Planty already had a poor reputation in the community, since he had previously distributed cracked voice banks for Anon and Canon before their release. This nail in the coffin caused Planty P to leave the Vocaloid community entirely.
Vocaloid China project was another one that had some issues come up in its development. All of their designs came from a design contest. However, the fans had no idea that the characters would be given official personalities, and there was a general lack of communication between the company and the fans. Yanhe's voice was originally recorded to be used for SeeU Moke. Yamaha found that money was missing from the project, only to discover that the president of Shanghai Henian Information Technology Company, Renli, had spent a part of the funds at a brothel. Yamaha had then removed rights from all of the Vocaloid China project/Vsinger cast. This left SHN with no other choice but to hold yet another design contest to make a new character for the voice bank. This is how Yanhe came to be. This left fans very confused and upset, and there was not much information about what was going on, why there was another design contest, or what happened to the original Singers. Yanhe's sales were very poor at first, and the rest of the cast were unable to become Vocaloids until 2014 when SHN repurchased the character rights. Renli was later fired for his actions. Kemonon Ro/Shiki Rowen is a previous Utao bank that was picked up by Yamaha, and is set to release to Vocaloid 6 in April 2024. There's a lot to go into with his voice provider, but the main issue lies in the demo that was released. Their team, Mugen, outsourced the vocals by using synth V Yuma's auto pitch and used that as an input into the V6 Vocalo changer. Essentially, they used Yuma as a main base for the vocals and tuning. Keen listeners were able to tell by recognizing Yuma's pronunciation and accent. Obviously, this is false advertising and very illegal, going against Dreamtonic's TOS. Shiki's creator had claimed that it was pure V6, and that he had done the tuning himself. However, Mugen had later admitted that it was outsourced. It was confirmed that Yuma and RVC, pitch editor, was used for the song that would later become Shiki's demo. The team issued a vague statement about the situation, and has moved on. The voice bank is currently still in development.
In late 2022, producer Masa Works Design got backlash after his response to a song of his being re-uploaded. A Spotify user who I will refer to by his new handle Apocalypsis, since his handle at the time of the incident had his real name in it, uploaded Masa's song The Spider and the Kitsune Like Lion to the platform. Even though it is against Spotify's TOS to upload music that doesn't belong to you, instead of having it taken down, Masa chose to publicly dox the user. Apocalypsis, who was 15 at the time, now had his school, city, and more publicly on display. Not only that, Masa was encouraging, even asking his followers to dig up more information about him, going as far as trying to get him expelled and attempting to pursue legal action against the minor. After the situation with Apocalypsis, Masa began to mass take down anything that contained music from the Onabi series, not only reprints but including covers as well. This whole situation put Masa in very negative light. This led people to do a deep dive on him, digging up some pretty horrible things that he has done in the past, including anti-Semitism, lolicon, Orientalism, racism, and more. When he began to get called out, he essentially threw a tantrum, completely erased his Twitter, and posted some very hilarious vent art in response. These were just some of the controversies in Vocaloid history. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, I may make more like it in the future. Okay, thanks, bye.